12 Sports' Jared Fialko leading us off tonight at 10. Jared, the team not giving a timetable for his return.
No, out indefinitely. And Damian Lillard had been considered day-to-day on the recent injury reports as he dealt with soreness in his right calf. Pretty much every broadcaster throughout the state, guilty as charged, by the way, quick to point out, hey, did you know he's only 17 years old? Steph, you called it 2015, the last time the Brewers began a season this poorly. That team would go on to finish 26 games below 500 and 32 games out of first place. A start so slow, they changed skippers midstream. Ron Renicky out, Craig Counsell in. Oh, and Dame time running up against Father time, by the way. He turns 35 in a few months. And it is also a revenge game. The team over my shoulder, the Red Raiders, had a heck of a season, 8-1. Parkland Conference champions for the first time since 1995. I say 8-1 because the one these guys are responsible for, Tosa West. Steph, remember, this is just the front end of a back-to-back, and the odds-on favorite for MVP will be in the house tomorrow, OKC's SGA. But tonight, the former two-time league most valuable player, Giannis Antetokounmpo, great once again.
The back half of the celly.
Oh.
Yeah. Where did that come from?
I see it all over in like college football and all that. I don't know. I think it's a cool celly, so I just had to replicate it.
It's tough to get abs, isn't it?
I don't personally train abs, but I don't know.
Let me just tell you, it's going to get a lot harder as you get older, too.
Yeah,
I spend a lot of hours in the gym to look this mediocre, so take a good look at your future.
One of the great things about sports, they inspire. They inspire young kids to emulate their heroes. They inspire communities to come together to pull for the hometown team. For Badger State natives Tim and Kurt Crispy, sports, particularly Wisconsin sports, inspire differently, creatively.
There will probably be a lot of families in the stands with an eye on their phones tonight watching the Packers game.
Not myself, though, nor any of our uber-talented videographers out in the trenches, including my man Nathan right here. Right, Nathan? Thank you for acknowledging me that you will not be watching the Packers. You will have your eyes on the prize. My eyes will be on the prize as well. And right now, those eyes are focused on our game of the week.
We'll take a look at the candidate. About 7 years ago, I started noticing the dead ash trees in the property when we moved to this home. The ash was fallen victim to the emerald ash borer beetle.
Oh, it's a shame. Yeah, it's borderline extinction.
I knew that we wanted to do something other than make firewood from all of this ash. And so I thought, okay, let's make a baseball bat. I decided that I was going to turn 100 bats. I called that my apprenticeship, and I told myself after that 101st bat, we were going to make money on it. We were going to sell it. And we did. I felt like I had emerged from the learning experience. Now my son is learning.
Can you point out the sapwood?
There. It's been very fun getting to do this with my dad. A few years ago, we entered a bat into the Uzaki County Fair.
The judge asked August, did you do 80% or more of the work, would you say? And he was honest, and he said no.
Because if I would have helped more, then we would have won.
He was disappointed. After our experience at the Uzaki County Fair, his interest deepened, and he decided he wanted to turn his own bat and enter it into the fair.
I thought this was the summer to make my first baseball bat.
One morning we went out and we picked out a tree.
This is an excellent candidate. Do you concur, Doctor?
Oh, yeah. This is the one, Dad.
The first step in our process, we drop the tree.
Let's drop it like it's hot. See the modeling?
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, it's going to make for a beautiful bat.
Then we split it up into 38-inch sections, and then we transport those back up to our studio in Cedarburg, put them on the lathe, and we turn those down to billets.
You're going to turn a bat, no problem, for the fair, for sure.
Once we've achieved the shape of the billet, we introduce it into our library, which is a humidity-controlled, like humidor, and we season the billets there to our target moisture content, which is approximately 11 or 10%.
Just nestled in there nicely.
All right, August. County Fair is coming. We need to go downstairs and pick you out a blue ribbon billet. Once we've selected the appropriate billet, removed it from the library, we will take additional measurements on moisture content, weight,
77.9.
and then that's when the shaping process happens.
Does that look like the end of a baseball bat?
Yeah.
And I was only there to guide him, to be operate in a supporting role. Yep. And then you can dig it in a little bit. You got it. It's wonderful to watch him engage in a project where it has his focus. When you see your child focusing on a project, you know that you've hit the mark and you found something that is appealing to them and they want to learn it. Dude, wonderful. After the bat has been shaped on the lathe, sanded to a smooth finish, we'll take it off the lathe and then transport it down into the basement into our paint booth. And that's where the finishing occurs. And that's a combination of stain, paint, and typically lacquer. And then the final step in the process is to apply our Maker's Mark. Why don't you hit it with the blowtorch?
It means a lot to me, seeing my name on it.
When I see a baseball bat with my name on it, I feel like we have made something special. That's fantastic. That didn't exist in the world. We brought something special to the world, my son and I. You ready? It's go time.
I'm really proud about how the bat turned out.
The blondness of the barrel, the smoothness of the lines, it's got a beautiful silhouette. I love the stain that he chose. It's like an espresso. He shocked me. Super competent. Way better than I was. He did an excellent job, man.
Did a really nice job on your bat. I like that you have now a logo on here. You're getting a whole lot better, and it's really coming along. But unfortunately, we're going to have to give this one a second.
Okay, thank you. He said he would like it more if it was like standing down. You could just like run your hand over it and there would be no bumps.
But the judge did love his bat so much, he gave him the Merit Award, which was a yellow ribbon. And that ribbon placed him second place overall in the entire woodworking division.
I was surprised. I thought I would just go home with second place.
I'm really proud of August, and I know how much work he poured into it because we've been shoulder to shoulder every step of the way.
Taking a dying ash tree and making it into an award-winning baseball bat and doing it with my dad is special.
It is the oldest story ever told. It is a father passing along the craft, handing it down to his son. It's magic.
We'll go Aaron Rodgers. Who's he?
Aaron.
Don't air that.
In 1978, we kind of co-founded this. I read an article in Sports Illustrated about a thing called a fantasy football. I'm going to take is it Jalen Waddle.
Waddle. Good pick.
There are still 6 original members that we had from the very beginning. Greg, Dennis, oh gosh, this goes back.
We would make yearbooks at the end of each year. There's 5 teams that published weekly newsletters, and so we kind of really enjoy this a lot.
Back at that time, there wasn't any computer systems.
Had to wait until the next morning to get the newspaper.
And then figure out what your team did. And then you'd have to figure out what your opponent did because sometimes they were too lazy to figure out what they did.
Make a bigger one than that. These old guys can't see this anymore.
This is first and foremost kind of a bonding experience, a chance to, reconnect.
We don't get together often after this draft night because we're just scattered about.
When I was younger, my lines here were not as squiggly as they are now.
This is our one night together where we have a lot of fun.
We laugh with each other. We make fun of each other. Drafting lousy works up an appetite, doesn't it?
I got nothing here.
It's just the companionship and the fun.
45 years.
Check. Can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear. Time to meet the media masses.
How's everybody doing? We're doing, everybody. How you guys doing? How's it going?
What's up?
Where confidence is key.
You think I'm worried about what critics say or what people gotta say? You know who my dad is? They hated on him too. So it's like, it's almost normal. Without people hating, it's not normal for us. Everything that comes with the name, that's why we are who we are.
The Q's come fast and furious, even if there aren't always A's.
Next question. Next one. Next question.
And everyone requests a list.
Top 5, I'm going to go Kyle Hamilton, Brian Branch, Buda Baker, Xavier McKinney.
Kittle and Kelsey probably are up there. Pat Fryermuth if I had to pick, and then I'm probably going with Brenton Strange and Theo Johnson are my top 5.
Top 5, I would say, I'm not going to include myself, I'm not in the league yet.
I'll have a top 5.
But at least the softballs
favorite Chiefs player
beat some of the actual scouts' curveballs.
If you were a critic, if you were to criticize yourself, like what would be some of the knocks that you would say? And that one kind of caught me off guard. I've never had to vocalize and put into words where I think I need to improve and where I think, people see my downfalls.
Probably change about yourself, just because, I don't know if I change anything about my fabric as a person, so that's kind of like a hard question to answer.
Did they ask you to change about yourself?
Yeah.
Well, what did you say?
I told him I wouldn't.
So now that the mics are all unplugged and the phones are all done recording video, the next chance for the league's next crop of stars to field inquiries from the media in bulk next month at a historic edition of the NFL Draft in Green Bay. At the Indianapolis Convention Center, Jared Fialko, WISN 12 Sports.
Big 12 Sports, presented by Menards.
Both starting quarterbacks in this weekend's wild card affair in Philly. Full participants in Thursday's pair of practices. Restrictor plates off Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts, so to speak, 3 days out from kickoff. Good news for the Pack on a week where good vibes have been lacking. Certainly not where they were back for the first meeting in week 1 when expectations for this squad loomed large. Head coach Matt LaFleur doesn't believe in the burden of great expectations, though.
My only expectation for this team is to go out there and compete and get better and better and better and lay it all out there. I mean, that's all you can expect of anybody is to just be your best. And so as far as, whatever anybody else has, we have an opportunity in front of us to go against a very good football team. And the expectation is to go out there and leave it all on the field and play our best football. So we know it's going to be a great challenge, but one that our guys are absolutely excited about.
They'll take their shot Sunday at 3:30. Before all of that, Dario Melendez and myself will get you ready for all things Packers-Eagles with a special edition of Big 12 Sports Saturday. Live from the city of brotherly love. Don't call it that because you're a tourist if you do. Saturday at 6:30 from the Pack's pep rally at Kraft Hall. Wednesday's Bucs-Spurs matchup rightfully billed as the Greek Freak versus the Unicorn, the alien, whatever nickname you want to give Victor Wembanyama. Who could have seen this wonderful mismatch, though? A.J. Green switches on to the 7'3" Frenchman. A foot's worth of height difference actually forces Wemby to throw it away. Green's other memorable moment came in the second quarter when it looked like he would accomplish a first. The Bucs resident white men can't jump Billy Hoyle, yet to dunk in his NBA career. Did it count, though? Here's the official verdict from a jury of his peers.
That was not the dunk, guys. He's here. That was like fingernail. I was like, oh, come on, AJ.
It's not a dunk, man. I know he don't have a career dunk yet. He had a couple opportunities since we all saw that stat, and I saw him load up off 2 feet, but that didn't count. So
I'm in agreement with them. It's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a dunk.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this was gonna be a controversy.
Nah, not a dunk.
AJ is one of the few guys in the NBA who does not have a career dunk to his stat line.
Nah, I was waiting to see what he does.
It looked like it would come yesterday.
One day, but not today.